deporting teachers out of our community, that they're separating families, that they're deporting nurses, that Trump said he was going to go after the criminals and he's going after construction workers and custodians and our friends and family. We need to go and talk to those people. We come to this rally and then we go have that dinner conversation, have that conversation with that coworker, so that we can vote out the people that are complicit in defending this killing and install a new set of leaders that will take that money away from the billionaires and away from the deportation machine and give it back to the people right here in Texas. It's not easy. It's not a shortcut. You don't do it tonight. We do it by organizing people the hard way. We do it the hard way. And the third thing, and here's where I think my own party, the Democratic Party, needs to change and deserves a little criticism. The third thing, when we do that work, and when there's a Democrat again in the White House, we cannot do things like we did before. We need to fix this thing once and for all. And how about the way we come back from this is we say to the millions and millions of people who have been immigrants and been working in this community, we see you, you're a part of our community, you've been working, you've been paying taxes, the only thing you've done wrong is try to take care of yourself and your family. You deserve legal status and a speedy pathway to citizenship for those millions of people. That's what we do. Because after this, there will be a world where things get better. And so I will close now with some words from Renee Good's wife. And she wrote, Renee lived with an overarching belief. There is kindness in this world, and we need to do everything we can to find where it resides. I am now left to raise our son and to continue teaching him, as Renee believed, that there are people building a better world for him. We honor Renee's memory by living her values, rejecting hate and choosing compassion, turning away from fear and pursuing peace, refusing division and coming together to build a world where we all come home safe to the people we love. Choosing courage, choosing kindness, choosing to look out for one another. That is the world we are fighting for, and it is an honor to be in that fight alongside each and every one of you, Austin, Texas.
Thanks again to our wonderful speakers. Thanks to all of you. We'll be here next 2 weeks from now, same place, same thing. Take your outrage, turn it to courage, and turn it to love for your community, and let's get something done here. Thank you again. Every 2 weeks we'll be here, every 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
I do not know how long I'm going to last.
That's fine. You came out. That's all that matters. I know.
3 hours each time.
It is particularly cold and wet. If it didn't start raining, it might be a little bit better.
And these gloves have been so good, but I guess I never stand out
In the rain. So, yeah.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. That have been unalive by police findings and ICE findings. Renee Nicole Good, say her name. Survivor Brothers, say his name. Keith Porter, say his name. Russell Play Jr., say his name. Adam Tomato, say his name. Dexter Reed, say his name. You got to say his name. I say his name, you say his name. Okay, you got it? Start over.
No, don't.
Russell Play Jr., say his name. Reginald Clay Jr., say his name. Reginald Clay Jr., say his name. Adam Toledo, say his name. Say his name. Those names are synonymous with take a while. But they're going into this disgusting FOP has signed and put forth. The FOP is going to put forth arbitration to have their case to be held behind walls, not in the public view. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. So we're going down to Springfield because now the FOP filed a motion to have their case before in the Supreme Court of the state. We're going to stand up with the family of Reginald Clay Jr. and Adam Toledo is going to fight to have their case.
Where'd our guy with the Santa Claus hat go? Oh, he's okay. He's down on his knees with his hands up in the air, and the cops are ignoring him. It's that kind of a day. No, he thinks it's something, and it's not. He's going to run and take a picture. Oh, he's back again. He's back again.
Troy Macy has a case because that killer cop, Eric Grayson, has filed a motion to have his case be heard. We ain't right.
No, he's not in the road, but he's just yelling at the cops across the street. And they're totally ignoring him.
His case is going to be going before the Lake County office to have a trial to put that killer cop behind jail. That's what we want.
Oh, he's up again. Watch out. Where's he going to go now?
Janelle Robinson said his name. Raheem Hader said his name. Randall Johnson said his name. Jonathan Mullins said his name. Isaac Dillon III said his name. Nicole McDonald said his name. Michelle Buttercup said his name.
No, now he's yelling at the CTA sign. That's okay. It's all right.
Kia Boyd, say her name.
Welcome to Chicago.
Derek Wilson, say his name. Ed Elwood, say his name. Derek Peters, say his name. Dakota Bright, say her name. Nicholas Lee, say his name. Bruce Marvel, say his name. Justice Hall, say his name.
Oh my gosh, he's going to read all these names? This might take a while. It's not only ICE unalived, it's CPD unalived. Yes, I mean, that's what makes it interesting here. We've got photographers over here just baiting him on to do something. Oh, where are we going now? His bag's over here. Yeah, they're under the awning over there. There's 2 bicycle police and 2 other ones. I mean, that's it. So they weren't really worried today at all.
Standing on business, taking care of business, being strong, being young. Come here, Andy. Another one's my sister. Standing on business, the proud guys facility. These my comrades. Say God bless and keep you. Thank you so much.
My name is Randy, and I am a teacher here in Chicago.
We know Mandy.
When I tell you, I want to humanize this for a moment, because right now I am literally preaching to the crowd. If you're out here, you already know what side of history you're on. I want to humanize this a little bit further for everyone out here. When you see the terror on families' faces, who are scared to even bring their children to school,
Ain't right.
it's not right. When you see that families are getting affected by this and being torn apart, it's not right. So from a teacher point of view, I just want to humanize that. From a protester out in Broadview, I want to humanize it a little bit more for those of you who have never encountered life. I'm sorry for the children out here, but I'm going to say it. That shit is scary. It is scary and it is real. I first encountered ICE on September 12th. When I went out there, I've gone to protest before. I've gone to many protests where it's been peaceful just like it is today. However, I've encountered ICE on a roof shooting at people. I've encountered ICE shoving people. September 19th was a day that I'll never ever forget. That will forever traumatize me. I, along with other people here, witnessed them shooting Pastor Black from the roof,
Yep.
square in his forehead.
Yep.
I got shot that day. I had a gas canister thrown on my chest that left me bruised for over a month, and had to look at my daughter's face, who she still said don't go out and protest because of the fireworks. I felt that day, and I can't imagine families that are being caught off guard on the street and having these men bum rush them and knowing they're never going to be able to see their families. I know of families who will never be able to hold their children again because one family stays here and the other one is left to go back home. ICE in the community, for those people who have never encountered them face to face, I was in the trial with Bovino, and I had seen on the stand an actual ICE agent lying straight When she said about radicalizing, what radicalized me? I'm radicalized. Because I see face to face what these people can do. And to do that to normal people who are trying to make a living is wrong. It's wrong. Wrong! And my side is right. If there's ever a time in your life to stand up, it is now. Old, young, middle-aged, whatever age you are, this is the time. And I know I'm preaching to you, you guys are here for a reason. I'm saying whoever is on social media, whoever's at home, about your actions, when you talk, when you respond, when somebody says something, the little microaggressions that you're saying, that's the time to stand up and be great. Because every time you're thinking, okay, if you're quiet, you're not going to say anything, it's okay. It's not. The time is now.
Amen.
Not in a couple days, not a couple weeks, not when something else tragic happens like another shooting of Renee Nicole Good. It shouldn't take another time like that. It takes time now. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody. We're going to know. Us here, we're going to know. It's not about us here. It's about the people back there, the people that are not with us right now. It's about the people in the schools that are defending our families and saying, you know what? Hey, defend our kids even more. That's the time right now. So it's not about, we know what we're doing. We know, we're good. We're good. We know. It's the people that are not standing here right now, which they could be, or people getting involved in different ways, doing the whistles. I'm talking, where's that lady? I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I'm going to sign up for that. If I can't do it during the day, I'm going to help out at night, whatever I can. That's what we need to do. That's how we support it. I'm sorry for taking me back. I thought you didn't.
Yay! My buddy, she did a good job, and I need to hug her.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
Good job, huh?
Immigrants are welcome here.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
You guys have seen her a lot of times out at Broadview.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
Of course, she's amazing. She's a teacher.
And here's the thing. We need everybody to be in these streets. To stay in these streets. This is where the battles are won. This is where the battles are won. And so I'm going to ask the question, whose streets?
Our streets!
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 That they were above the law and that they were the judge, jury, and executioner. This murder, the invasion of Venezuela, and the threats to invade other countries must be our red line. This must be our red line. We must stand together and fight this administration at every level of government, every level of the courthouse, county and state, Supreme Court, and in every news cycle. We need to send this out so it goes viral everywhere. So post, repost, use every avenue of your social media that you have, every one of them. We must put and make them feel the pressure of what we're doing out here tonight. We will not accept anything less than our democracy. Everyone here, come together. Post, repost, march, and go around this White House as many times as we can. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine. We cannot give up now. Trump must go now. Hate must go now. White supremacy must go now. Authoritarianism must go now. Baby Trump must go now. Stephen Miller must go now. Because together, we will win when we come together. Because it's not about them. It's about us. Trump must go now. ICE must go for good. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Okay, our next speaker I want to bring up is Leonardo Flores from Code Pink.
Thanks so much, everyone. My name is Leonardo Flores. I'm with Code Pink and the Venezuela Solidarity Network. I want to talk very briefly and make some of those links between the militarism and the militarization of our streets right here and imperialism and U.S. gangsterism abroad. Last week, the United States bombed Caracas, kidnapped the President Maduro. They went in and snatched the president and snatched the first lady from their bedroom. Just like the U.S. is snatching migrants from their homes, from schools, from their places of work, and right off the streets throughout this country. Then they had the gall to say that they bombed Venezuela and killed 100 people out of self-defense. Just like they have the gall to lie to us when we have the videos and when we saw Renee Nicole Good not threatening them in any way and they murdered her in cold blood and they said self-defense. The expansion of ICE occurred during this rhetoric of anti-Venezuelan immigrants, right? They were criminalizing them. On Thursday, ICE shot 2 Venezuelans in Portland, Luis David and Yorelis. And then immediately afterwards, the Trump regime says, no, these people were tren de agua. No, it was self-defense. It's bullshit. It's not just Venezuelans, of course. Renee Nicole Good was out there defending the Somali community. And what have we seen over the past couple of months? Some of the most vile racism against Somali immigrants that I've ever seen in my life. It's disgusting. They use this anti-immigrant rhetoric to push through their agenda and to make it seem like there's some sort of criminal wave of immigrants attacking the United States when it's not true. The United States deployed its Navy to the Caribbean off Venezuela pretty much in the same week that they deployed the National Guard right here in D.C. In his press conference talking about Venezuela on Saturday, Trump randomly started talking about D.C. And he said that the National Guard had somewhat prevented murders over the past 6 months. Total lies. They expect us to believe it, but it's total lies. They're criminalizing dissent in this country. Renee Nicole Good was standing up for what's right, and she got killed for it. Last week in Michigan, a woman was giving an interview to a local news station on the sidewalk about Venezuela. She said she wants President Maduro to come home, and what happened immediately after the interview? The police arrested her for speaking out on the sidewalk. Where's the First Amendment in this country?
There isn't one!
Look, the sad truth is that Renee Nicole Good is not the first person to be murdered by ICE, and she's not going to be the last person to be murdered by ICE, but we're going to remember her. Renee Nicole Good, presente! Renee Nicole Good, presente! Renee Nicole Good, presente! Renee Nicole Good, presente! Thank you very much.
ICE must go now!
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 Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Okay, now I want to bring up Tony G from the Refuse Fascism DMV chapter.
Go, Tony.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being brave, being here on the rain. It's not going to kill us. And we're here standing up for justice, for humanity. Gracias a todos por estar aquí esta mañana, porque estamos aquí por justicia, porque creemos en la humanidad y esta lluvia no nos va a detener para que hacemos nuestra voz en contra de estas injusticias. I'm going to say this in Spanish and then I'm going to say it in English. Los hispanos estamos de luto. Renee Nicole dio la vida para defendernos. Y desde aquí le decimos gracias por defender a nuestra comunidad, a nuestra gente, por alzar la voz sin importar la raza ni color. Descansa en paz. Fuiste toda una guerrera. Renee Nicole siempre será recordada. The Hispanic community is in the morning.
Oiga, señor, ¿qué está haciendo?
Quiero sacar este pan, pero no quiere salir.
Es que no es por ahí.
¿Cómo?
No es por ahí. Lo va a hacer aquí, mire, señor. Así, pero suelte el pan. Así, mire.
Gracias. Ay, qué pena.
Oiga, señor, ¿qué está haciendo?
Quiero sacar este pan, pero no quiere salir.
Es que no es por ahí.
¿Cómo?
No es por ahí.
¿Cómo se saca ese pan?
Lo va a hacer aquí, mire, señor. Así, pero suelte el pan. Así, mire.
Gracias. Ay, qué pena.
Renee Nicole Good. We always remember her name. Say her name!
Renee Good.
Say her name!
Renee Good.
Say her name!
Renee Good.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'd like to bring up Oye Ololeva, who is the DC representative.
I want to thank you all for being here today. Me and you are standing on the shoulders of the people on the right side of history. The abolitionists who snuck slaves to the north for freedom because they knew slavery was bad. The pacifists that argued against the Vietnam War so Americans would stop fighting for imperialism and come back home for better options. To the people now marching for the streets to defend immigrants when they can't come out for themselves. Let me be the one to tell you that when we say Trump must go now and ICE must go for good, that 50 years from now, they'll be talking about us the way they talked about the Montgomery bus boycotters. But I also want to tell you about the hypocrisy and the fascism and the racism shown by the people that work and live at this White House. You see, since the beginning of last year, they fired tens of thousands of federal workers thinking that they would save money. They cut health care for the poorest and for the seniors to save money. They are divesting from educators to save money. But they use that same money to drop bombs in Venezuela. They use that money to drop bombs in Nigeria. They use that money to kidnap heads of state of other countries in Nigeria and Venezuela. And this president's so stupid, he talked about the billions of dollars that they will receive from oil from Venezuela. So today, I tell you that being here in the rain shows that you have courage. Because too many of our elected officials are too afraid to speak up against this White House. You here are leaders. You here are leaders. You here are the new leadership that America is looking for. So I want you to grab the folks here, stay connected, but also those who are afraid to come out. Those who may feel that they disagree with us on smaller issues, to know that the big issue is defending our democracy, defending our lives, defending our freedoms, and making sure people all across this planet know what we stand for. President Trump talked about how Maduro was not good for Venezuelans. But guess what? You're not good for us either, Trump! And we will not allow other people to come and take the White House over. So we cannot allow our tax dollars to do the same in other countries.
Right.
So stay locked in when we refuse fascism. Stay locked in for everybody who speaks here. Stay locked in to your neighbors. Because they need you more than anything. Thank you all for having us. Thank you so much, Refuse Fascism, for being here day after day after day. Because many of you all don't live in D.C., but by God damn it, the people in D.C. need you more than anything. Fighting for statehood, fighting for equality, fighting to end this madness shown in this White House. So I'll turn the microphone over because there's so many leaders that need to be speaking for, and so many leaders that are going to be introduced today. And most importantly, keep this fight. Because when people see us fighting all across this country, they know they can fight with us. They know they can come outside. They know they can tweet. They know they can speak truth to power and not be afraid of losing their jobs, their livelihoods, their safety. But most importantly, calling shame back to this White House because they deserve to be called out. Thank you all so much. God bless America and it's soon to be 51st state, Washington, D.C.
Ice out for good!
Ice out for good!
Ice out for good!
Ice out for good!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Trump must go now!
Okay, we're gonna have a couple more speakers. And like Oye just said, when he said stay locked in to refuse fascism, some of you here have been locked in to refuse fascism. You've been following us. You've been getting our text messages. You've been getting our emails. Some of you are new to refuse fascism. But refuse fascism exists to call forward the millions to stop the consolidation of a fascist America. To, in the streets, have the power of the people determine that we will not allow the Trump fascist regime to go forward with its horrific program. And this organization needs to grow. And so if you're not locked into Refuse Fascism, go to refusefascism.org. Get on our email list. Get on our text message list. Get locked in so that you can stay with us and get organized with us. And I want to invite everybody here. When we're done today, we're going to do a walk around this White House. And when we're done, we're going to go together over to Corner Bakery on F Street and 14th. And we're going to have some soup, and we're going to talk about how we get organized to take this struggle forward. Because what is happening this weekend is something where a lot of people are starting to open their eyes and see something that the fascism is actually happening here. That it's happening with ICE Gestapo on our streets, shooting people in the streets for daring to stand up for others. That it's happening through the terror of the U.S. raining terror on the world. Some people are starting to open their eyes and see that right now. This is a time we have to push that forward as far as we can and call forward as big of a struggle as we can and take it as far as we can so that millions of us are determined to refuse to allow this program to go forward and create the kind of conditions that it has to be removed. So get organized with us. March with us today. Join us afterwards to put our heads together on this. And if you can't join us today, we're going to get together again on Tuesday. And if you're on our email list, you will find out where that's going to be and all the information for that. If you have questions about any of that, somebody in the yellow vest can tell you. Our sister Shannon right here or Tony right here can get you connected. So without further ado, I'm very honored to bring up Noche Diaz, who is the national spokesperson of the RevCom Corps for the Emancipation of Humanity. I want to bring up Noche.
I want to shout out everyone who's in the streets today around the country and has been since the murder of Renee Nicole Good. Everyone who is marching to demand ICE get the fuck out of our cities. And all of you who are bringing the much-needed clarity to that in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. Trump must go now. I have a couple of things I wanted to say about the murder of Good. One, everyone has seen the video. Obviously, the federal authorities, the fascist regime and its pundits are lying. But it's not just to cover up what they've done. It is to spread joyous celebration and cheer about the cold-blooded, state-sanctioned murder in the streets of Good. Two, observing law enforcement to ensure that they are not conducting illegal activity under the cover of authority is a legal right. It is not obstruction. And for all decent, justice-loving people who have witnessed a year of masked federal gunmen systematically violating the law, due process of law, violating the rights, the safety, and the very lives of the people. It is not just a right, it is a responsibility. The more organized, the better. That does not make you a domestic terrorist. That makes you a courageous freedom fighter. That makes you good. And we should all be good. And right now is a time to unite for the greater good of defeating fascism. We in the RevCom Corps unite with everyone who can see the need to mobilize non-violently the millions that are needed to create a political earthquake from below, to drive this fascist regime from power before it is too late and while it is still legal to do so. I myself and other members of the RevCom Corps have for a while been doing good. As long as we are forced to live under this system, we will put our lives on the line to defend the rights that are supposed to be guaranteed under this Constitution. But we also say that we need and we demand a whole new way to live and a fundamentally different system. The capitalism imperialism at the core of this country is rotten, and Trump's coming to power is just the latest and most dangerous example of it. We RevComs are fighting for a world where, as our leader Bob Avakian puts it, our security forces would be trained to sooner die themselves and give their own lives than to take the lives of the people that you're supposed to protect and serve. That is the world that we are fighting for. And everybody who is sick and tired of the world the way it is now, who is sick and tired of people being treated as less than human, who is sick and tired of watching the authorities being given a license to kill and carry out cold-blooded murder in the name of law and order. Everyone who has the heart to fight for something worth fighting for, or to learn, to gain the courage that comes from knowing what kind of world is worth fighting for. I invite you to work with and join the RevCom Corps for the emancipation of humanity. To learn more about this revolution as we work together and march in the streets to say, ICE out for good, Trump out for good, in the name of humanity. In the name of humanity. We refuse to accept a fascist America.
A fascist America.
Good presente.
Good presente.
Thank you so much, Noche. And when Noche said, we come together and we unite, that is a basic principle of Refuse Fascism. We unite all who can be united. We bring together, you've heard a diversity of voices here today. That is a principle of our movement. We have a lot of disagreements among a lot of people in this movement about what kind of world we should be fighting for, what kind of system we need, what kind of government should replace this Trump fascist government. But one thing we know is that unless we remove this Trump fascist regime, there is no future that is going to be any good for any of humanity. And whatever else we disagree on, we're going to unite on that, we're going to come together on that, and we keep as a principle in this movement that we can talk about our differences too. We're not going to be afraid of them. We're not going to be afraid of people having big disagreements about things. We're going to be able to talk about it with each other. Or you don't have to talk about it. But there's not a reason that we should be a divided movement right now. It's never good, but especially now. And it's no good when people divide on petty lines or even on big lines, but then do things in a way that are unprincipled and talk about each other and try to tear down other organizations. This is a problem that's gone on for too long. And so I just wanted to take a minute to say I appreciate so much all of you who are here today with all of the different perspectives that you're coming from, and all of our speakers who spoke today with all the perspectives that they're coming from, and the heart that we're here together to say again, and I want you to say it with me, in the name of humanity.
In the name of humanity.
We refuse to accept.
We refuse to accept
A fascist America.
a fascist America.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
ICE must go now.
ICE must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
ICE must go now.
ICE must go now.
All right, so I want us to get ready to march, but before we start, I want everybody, there's a chant that we've done that's like I won't describe it, I'll just do it. But I'm going to teach it to you if you don't know it. That actually helps us keep our eyes on the prize of what those principles are of this movement. So if you know this, then it'll be easy. If you don't, you'll learn it. But you can repeat after me. Number one, our solemn vow.
Number one, our solemn vow.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
Number two, we're nonviolent.
Number two, we're nonviolent.
Gather millions, won't relent.
Gather millions, won't relent.
Number three. Wait, who knows number three? Number three, we must unite.
Number three, we must unite.
Different views, but the same fight.
Different views, but the same fight.
Number four, when they attack.
Number four, when they attack.
Gather people, come right back.
Gather people, come right back.
Number one, our solemn vow.
Number one, our solemn vow.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
Number two, we're nonviolent.
Number two, we're nonviolent.
Gather millions, won't relent.
Gather millions, won't relent.
Number three, we must unite.
Number three, we must unite.
Different views, but the same fight.
Different views, but the same fight.
Number four, when they attack.
Number four, when they attack.
Gather people and come right back.
Gather people and come right back.
Woo! Last part that I forgot, but I'll remember it and we'll bring it in as we go.
Join us in our solemn vow.
Okay, say it off. Come on up.
Here, go ahead. Sorry. Now it's your turn, take a stand.
Now it's your turn, take a stand.
Join us from across the land.
Join us from across the land.
Join us in our solemn vow.
Join us in our solemn vow.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
Trump must go, Trump must go now.
I want you to keep chanting. We're gonna get ready to march. Perfect. We need 3 volunteers with Ralph to carry the banner. Can we please have 3 volunteers at the front?
And one other thing I want to make sure everybody knows, Ralph. Okay, Ralph is here in an orange vest, and we have other people here in yellow vests. The people in the orange vest and the yellow vest are our marshals. They're here to help protect the integrity of the march. They're here to de-escalate if there's any problems. If you have an issue that you don't know how to deal with, or there's somebody coming and trying to provoke a problem, go and talk to somebody in the marshal vest and let them know, and they will help to de-escalate and help you know what to do. So that's one item for the march. And
one more volunteer, please.
And we need one more volunteer to hold the banner.
It's only one.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Look to my right, you guys. See Lincoln Park? You know what the other fences are? You know who's responsible for the other fences? The rabbi was responsible for putting the fences up. I kept showing up there, just shutting it down in Brilliant Park, and now they got all those faces around there because around now. Personally, so that's okay. Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Silent cops are guilty too.
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 Silent cops are guilty.
Slow down, listen, be calm and thoughtful about our reactions. We are not going to improve our situation, and that's really hard to do when people's passions are fired up. But it requires us remembering our humanity, listening, being kind, thoughtful, but also decisive and sticking up for what we believe in.
Well, I thank you all so very much for taking time with us. We appreciate you. Thank you all. As we can hear, they're passionate individuals that are here at this ICE Must Go rally right outside of Washington, D.C. As the crowd has marched around the perimeter, they will be marching back around to us here in just a moment. We'll make our way back down here. We may be able to find some of the organizers of today's rally and speak with them as well. Just an absolutely great cause, it looks like, of this rally. Why's today important?
Well, we've got two rallies going on today. The one is to stop ICE terror, is to get ICE out of our cities because they are doing illegal acts. They are murdering people. They are endangering everybody. They should stop terrorizing our immigrants. Immigrants are welcome here in the United States. We are all immigrants when you look at it. And the second thing we're out here for is the U.S. out of Venezuela.
Yeah.
So this oil grab that he is doing is illegal. They should not be there. I just think that America needs to stand up for both of these and for all of the different reasons to make sure that we can get all of these people out of office as quickly as we can.
It was an interesting week, to say the least. I know that it was on last Saturday morning, I believe, that we woke up with the news coming from Venezuela. I was surprised, to be frank. I was surprised during the press conference to hear the president speak about, during the press conference, the billions of wealth that was in the ground and us going in for the oil. Was that something that took you all by surprise as well, to hear that financial implications there?
Right, and the odd part is that he's turning down and stopping solar and then wind turbines, and now we're back to fighting over oil. So we're going back to Iraq, we're going back to what was 30, 40 years ago, so that we are countries that are going to fight over oil, and it's so unnecessary.
Sure.
We should move forward into the 21st century, and the sun is free, basically, and so is the wind. And we don't need to be fighting for oil anymore.
May I interject there, too?
Sure.
So, December 25th, he bombed the most heavily petrol country in all of Africa, Nigeria.
Wow.
So then we woke up Saturday morning and he had bombed the most petrol-heavy country on the American continental shelf. While his first week in office, he said that the Venezuelan crab meat is so cheap, and it's inferior to ours. He started with crab meat. When that didn't make people go up in arms, then he went on to putting a ban, and then the ban didn't work, so he put a tariff on all Venezuelan shipped seafood. That didn't get the people up in arms. So then he started going into the drug cartels. So there is only one boat that he seized, one ship that he seized, and it was an oil tanker. And every other ship has been bombed out of the water. So if we don't know if they're fishing boats or if they possibly could have had some drugs. By the way, I have many Trinidadian connections. 2 of those boats were Trinidadians.
Wow.
And we have no issue with the small Caribbean island of Trinidad Tobago.
Wow.
So this is going back into from the beginning of his administration, within the first week of him taking the oath of office, of him already trying to start a stink on Venezuela, but 3 stinks caught nobody thinking, oh, it's horrible what's going on in Venezuela. Now, there's a difference between if you interview a Venezuelan living in the United States, those that ran away from Venezuela, and if you interview people in Venezuela. Of course, you're a local affiliate of Fox, so you're not going to be going all the way to Venezuela, but I have connections throughout South America, and I'm able to speak with my South American connections, and many of them are South Americans living away from Venezuela that were only saving money to go back in.
Understood. Right. I want to push the conversation forward just briefly here. Not only Venezuela, but also now there's talk about Greenland. And from individuals, experts that I've spoken with, they say that Greenland is all about the minerals, all of the resources that are in the ground, the data centers, the AI technology that we have going on. Is this a thing now in which we are going to other countries for their resources?
I think it's a thing for Trump, but it's not a thing for the American people. He's doing this so he can get a power grab for himself. He doesn't really care about the American people at all. He cares about himself and how he can make himself wealthier. That's what he cares about. And for terrorizing people is what he's trying to do. He's just trying to terrorize people. The people in Greenland are up in arms about this. Denmark is up in arms about this. Europe is up in arms about this. The Americans are up in arms about this, but he's doing it anyway because it's all about power. He said in a New York Times interview that the only thing that's going to stop him is his own morality. What morality? He doesn't have any morality. He's never had any morality. So in other words, he thinks he can go unabated and just go wherever he wants. And if the Republicans don't get a spine, and by the way, I'm totally ashamed of my senators from Texas, Cornyn and Cruz. They're not standing up for the American people. They just stand up for Trump. They're chickens.
Wow. And so I'll just add that if you compare, I think we look a lot more like Russia than we do like our democratic other countries in the world. And taking over countries is just what you do if you're a Russian state and you want to show your power.
First of all, I thank you all for taking some time to speak with us here. My last question for you, again, obviously it's raining, it's getting cold increasingly. My feet are wet right now. I think that everyone else's is as well. What's our ultimate goal for today and for all of these rallies in total? What's the goal?
Well, I think as we see more and more demonstrations across the United States, hopefully that'll bring awareness to all the topics, and there are many topics, and you've brought up several, that we get more and more people out into the streets, and we can change things. The people of the United States can change things to back a little bit how we want them.
Silence implies consent, and so what we have to do as Americans and what we do today is to show that we are not consenting of what he is doing, and Americans need to know that. Silence means you're complicit with what's happening.
Wow. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. I appreciate you. Yes, all right. Staying dry. That's what we're attempting to do. As we can see here, there's more signs as more individuals begin to make their way around No War for Oil. We will speak with, how are you, sir? How are you? Can we speak with you? We just want to get a word from you in terms of why this is important. You don't want to speak? Understood. You're standing in the rain. It's hard enough. You might as well get a reward for it. I do understand. Thank you, sir.
That ain't right.
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 And they go into our communities. 75th and South Shore came down like bandits. It just gives me chills of the tactics of what they did to those of our people in slavery.
For sure. I'm over here at a protest.
The same tactics.
Yeah, you hear them in the background?
Going after slaves while they're sleeping. And the night hoods, night riders, pulling them out of their bed to beat them alive and murder them. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right.
I know that. Yeah,
that ain't right. Stand in here, look right here, you all.
Yeah.
You see that disgusting building lying right there?
That disgusting building.
You know what that is?
Always.
The Trump Towers?
It looks like artwork, though.
I'm gonna call you when I'm on my way home.
See that little draw, the people in the boulder there? Do you know what that is? Guess who made that awareness to the Native Americans? Guess who made that awareness to the Native Americans? The rabbi. And why did I go to the Native Americans about that sculpture? Because it's a symbol of colonialism right there. So Chicago promotes murder. That ain't right.
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 All these sculptures of people and statues were the colonizers who murdered sisters, murders, and no one gives them justice. That ain't right.
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 So that sculpture right there, we're standing there above the natives here showing that picture. And there's a colonizer murdering the Native Americans in that sculpture. And it's still standing there right now. That ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
And when the Christopher Columbus statue came down years ago, do you know who's responsible for that? The rabbi. I started that. Who shut it down?
We shut it down.
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 This disgusting system.
Shut it down.
Disgusting system.
Shut it down.
This racist system.
Shut it down.
This whole damn system.
Shut it down.
This being.
I want to take a moment to talk about the important work that we do here. We have been on the ground here in the Twin Cities, with aside from a break around Christmas, 4 weeks since early December when Operation Metro Surge, the Department of Homeland Security's operation that it is undertaking here in the Twin Cities area, first ramped up. We've been on the ground near continuously since, documenting everything that led up to the shooting of Renee Nicole Good. We were on the scene very shortly thereafter the shots were fired, and we have brought you all of the fallout and follow-on coverage as this city grapples with this terror campaign, with 1,000 more agents being sent now to this city. Think about that. Someone was shot and killed. The Trump administration shot and killed someone in the city. And rather than giving that a moment's pause, a time to reconsider if maybe now would be the time to try and de-escalate, lower tensions, reevaluate the strategy here if the current one was leading to the killing of a mother of 3. Rather than doing that, the Trump administration doubled down. It had already committed to a surge in ICE agents that was underway. It had started a surge of some 2,000 more additional Department of Homeland Security agents on top of that. And now it is doubling down again, sending 1,000 more agents. Myself and cameraman John Farina, who is behind the camera, we were out at the Whipple Federal Building, which is just outside Minneapolis. That is the location from which ICE and the other immigration enforcement agents are coordinating many of their efforts here in the Twin Cities. We were there for a press conference that I'll talk about in just a moment. But while we were there, what we were struck by is just how many federal agents and vehicles were coming and going from that building. For the weeks that we had been here in Minneapolis on the ground, in part watching.
Or even find new elected officials to carry our country forward.
As we look at the events of the prior week, when we look at Venezuela and we look at our potential interest in the oil, when we look at Greenland, our potential interest in the minerals, and the threat of taking Greenland, whether Denmark wants to give it up or not, as a U.S. citizen, as a citizen of right here in Washington, D.C., in front of the White House, how do you feel about those things?
I feel terrible about it. I mean, as a child of immigrants, in a country where immigrants are being hunted down by ICE, we need to focus on improving the quality of lives of Americans. We should not be going to do regime changes in other countries and doing things that fly against our values. Bombing other countries because they don't get along with President Trump or they tweet against President Trump is not the way to do things in this country. And regardless of how people are aligned, whether they're Republican voters or Democratic voters, we can point at what's happening in this White House and the decisions being made and say, that's not what we stand for. We should not be bombing other countries that are black and brown majority. We should not be going after people in this country because they're black and brown. We should not be firing federal workers who are mostly employing black women and divesting from our communities. And we're standing for that. We're standing for our futures, and we're also looking 10, 15, 20 years from now and saying, how did we fight against authoritarian actions and an authoritarian regime?
Kind of moving to, obviously, the great divide in this country right now. That is the actions that went down in Minneapolis with the shooting.
So welcome here. Say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud. Say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here.
We're going to ask people by the sound. We're going to ask you guys to start shifting if you are not part of the sound or stage managing. We have to make space. People I don't know, you have to move. There's no exceptions for you. Say it loud, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here. 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 Immigrants are welcome here.
Trump can hear you. Say it loud, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
No, I can't get over that.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Make a pad going this way.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Pardon me.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Pardon me.
Twice, we will not put up with ICE. Here once,
Say it twice. We will not put up with ICE.
say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ICE.
Say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ICE.
Say it once.
Now, and we pay it forward to not only the future generations, but also honor those who done the hard work so we can be here. Wow. I'm Nigerian American. I am only here because of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Black folks who died, black folks who marched barefoot, black folks who put everything on the line to make sure that people like my parents can come here to get education and stay here. So it's only right for me to do the same thing for those who can't come outside for themselves right now.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you, brother. I
Thank you, brother.
appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
All right. Again, as we can hear, we've got action going down. 1 second. Want to make sure everything is safe here for
He has a lot to say.
ourselves and everyone else. Is he over 18?
Yeah, he's over 18.
Are you over 18? Come speak to me. Okay. Sounds like that's a safe thing, not a danger. You're over 18, is that correct?
Yes.
What's your date of birth?
July 28, 2005.
Okay, 2005. I don't do math that fast, but I think that makes you over 18. It's raining, it's cold. Why are you here today?
To protest U.S. interventionism in Latin America.
Why is that something that's important to you?
Because the well-being of all humans is important, even if I've never met them.
Well, what about this week in particular? What? Can we just get the speakers are tripping me out here. Okay. What happened most recently that made it so that you had to be here today?
I don't know. We got Darth Sidious walking around. I don't know if I want to be here anymore. But what made me come here? Well, it's not just me. All my friends are very concerned about what's happening in Venezuela. I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Two things can be true at once. Venezuela needs change, but U.S. interventionism in Latin America has never led to anything good. We're clearly in it for perverse reasons, if I'm using that word correctly.
Sure, I like that. That was a great word. That's an SAT word.
I didn't take the SAT, but yeah, I just don't think that the U.S. intervening...
It's kind of distracting, I know.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Me either.
But the U.S. has destroyed Latin America, and we're clearly doing this for oil. We're saying we're going to take 30 to 50 million barrels of oil. We've already seized our fifth tanker. What's going on right now is clearly for U.S. capital. It's not for the people of Venezuela. We're threatening their vice president that if they don't do the right thing, they're going to meet a fate worse than Maduro. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but Maduro and his wife got kidnapped and taken to our country, and they're now facing what could be life in prison. And their country is right now under a hands-off occupation. What's a fate worse than that? Is it a full-on occupation? Are we going to murder them? What are we talking about? This is clear imperialism, and it's my opinion and the opinion of many of my friends here that imperialism is the greatest threat to humanity and is the biggest evil that we face. You can look at what we've done in Chile, in Guatemala, in Panama, in Venezuela itself in the early 1900s when we built all of those oil rigs that we've, their oil infrastructure, where we installed a U.S.-backed military-style dictator that extracted the country of its natural resources at the expense of its people. We can look at what we've done to Cuba with Batista, with Pinochet in Chile. We can look at what we've done just everywhere in the Middle East as well. We look at what happened in Iraq, and we see a lot of parallels to what's happening right now in Venezuela. And like I said, two things can be true at once. Saddam Hussein was horrible, far worse than Maduro, and he had to go. But a U.S. occupation and war in Iraq was not good for the people of Iraq, and it's something that we should try to avoid. The future of Venezuela should not be in the hands of a clearly perverse imperial country, which is the United States of America.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, as we see now the crowd beginning to come back around, gathered here in front of the White House. This is the ICE must go, Donald Trump must go rally being held right here in front of the White House.
Today, I want to thank my sister, Coco, who's autonomous Brown Berets. She invited us to Chi-Town. We're from Albuquerque, New Mexico, but now we are Chicagoans. And we're Brown Berets all the way, motherfucker. Excuse me, guys. We're Brown Berets all the way. So I'm going to keep it clean. I just want to say something.
Check us, right?
Yo, thank you. You are activists. We all are activists. That's right. All the way. The struggle is never ending as oppression fights to maintain its control. You will never control us. La lucha de nuestra gente and all oppressed people will continue, and having the autonomous Brown Berets fighting alongside freedom, fighting organizations and activists. Give us the strength to do so. Organizations and struggles that go back multiple decades. Luchadores that never quit. Brown power, black power, we will rise again. That's right. We are tired of being oppressed. We are tired of letting people tell us what we can and what we cannot do. That's right. There are laws. You guys are breaking due process. You guys are holding us racist. You see this guy or this building behind me? You guys are protecting this guy. You guys are not doing your job. We need to vote soon. We need to get this guy out of office. We gotta impeach this guy. We gotta impeach Christy Noem. That's right. We gotta impeach a lot of people. But you know what? It takes a fight. And you know what? I see a lot of people here that want to fight. And they're willing to struggle and fight for what we need for our black and brown people. That's right. Our indigenous people.
The real Americans.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, Rabbi. It's a pleasure and an honor to meet you, brother. Man, I'm down for you in office. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. I want to thank everybody for being out here that I have not met. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. There is a 3 o'clock water tower event going on. I'm going to let my sister, Coco del Sol, say something. Yeah, Coco. There you go. Woo.
So, I've been with Rabbi. I've known this guy for almost 10 years.
Hey, let's go.
I've been a Brown Beret since I was pregnant with this little one.
Oh, man.
Who's always with me. Right. So if you've seen me hold her, there's not one activist in Chicago who doesn't hold my daughter. I take the mom role very seriously. So, I just want to say that in each one of you, I see love. And you guys know that there is no revolution without love.
That's right.
There's also no unity without diversity. And I see everything here. I'm happy, and it brings me so much joy to see everyone coming out today. There is another protest at 3 o'clock over by Water Tower Place. I know there's one at the Tesla building currently. If anyone wants to ride on over, I know some of us are going over there. I just wanted to close out with, anytime y'all see us around, Brown Berets, just know that each one of us holds that love in our heart. We're here pushing peace. We're here to unify. We're here to love. So let's love one another. Show everybody kindness. Viva la revolución. Viva la causa. Power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. And see y'all again.
There you go. That's right. Yeah. My last thing on. Dang, it's still there? Dang. Okay, people. Thank you so much.
We did what we did to do today. But again, please say prayers for his family. Renee Nicole Good is family distraught and devastated in a time of bereavement. And we just stand in solidarity with Minnesota right now.
1-0. Once again, 8, 8, 8, 6, 2, 2, 1, 5, 1, 0. Anyone else need that number one more time? Okay. 8, 8, 8, 6, 2, 2, 1, 5, 1, 0. It stands for the Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition. And this is why this number is important. If you believe ICE is somewhere in Oregon, if you see them, your family member tells you they've seen them, or if you believe that they've detained someone. So if your friend at work says, hey, my husband was detained, call PERC and let them know. What PERC will do is they will send out volunteers for a train to verify if ICE is at a particular location, or they will connect with a family of people who've been detained. And they will also make sure that people who need attorneys are connected to attorneys. What you all need to know is that the immigrant and refugee community in Oregon have been working for a long time to create protections in Oregon. We have some of the strongest sanctuary laws in the country, which means that local government, local police and sheriffs can't use their resources, they cannot use our jails to support ICE.
Yes.
We also have the only statewide program where our state funds immigration attorneys to represent people who are in deportation proceedings if they cannot afford an attorney. Look, these are all defensive systems, right? So they cannot protect everyone, but we've done a lot of harm reduction. So I need you to call PERC if you think that ICE is somewhere in Oregon right now acting, or if they've detained someone, and they will take next steps to make sure that the people who are impacted are connected with resources. I also want you to know that PERC is the heart of the Immigrant and Refugee Rapid Response Defense System in Oregon, and they are a small and mighty group led mostly by volunteers. So I need you to go to their website, which is pircoregon.org, and please support their work by signing up to volunteer, by donating as you're able, because they are truly the heart of our system here in Oregon, protecting immigrants and refugees. Thank you everyone for your solidarity. Thank you for showing up. Let's keep showing up until we get ICE out of the United States.
ICE out of Portland!
ICE out of Portland!
ICE out of everywhere!
ICE out of everywhere!
We know that more than anything, it is only the masses of people, the millions of people who want justice, who want peace, who want democracy, who have made real change in this country. We know that more than anything, it is the people who make change, it is the people who make history, and when we get together, we can win justice for Renee Good and put an end to ICE terror. Next, I'd like to introduce a Portland City Councilor, Angelita.
Get rid of this drone!
Hi everyone.
He's on the team. He's probably taking
My name is Angelica Murillo, or Angelita Murillo for those of you that speak English. I'm going to stand up here actually because I'm a little short. I'm a Portland City Councilor representing District 3, Inner Southeast Portland with a little piece of Northeast. I am a Paraguayan immigrant. My family moved to the United States when I was 4 years old, and U.S. imperialism is part of the reason why we ended up here in the United States. In Paraguay, there was a strong anti-communist movement, and the United States felt sympathy to the dictator that they were going to install, and they ended up giving him $146 million to fund his military takeover, and we ended up with a dictatorship in our country for 30 years. Paraguay remains fairly unstable. They are still rebuilding their civil institutions. They are still rebuilding their courts. And all of that is because the United States decided to interfere in Latin America, as they tend to do. And that is why my family ended up here, because my mother wanted us to have a better life. She wanted an opportunity for her daughters to grow up in a country where we were told that we could become anything we wanted to be. That promise, it should be true. And unfortunately, it's not true anymore. We see that innocent people are being abducted by ICE, whether they are citizens or non-citizens, whether they are documented or undocumented, people are having their civil liberties stripped away. We saw that ICE attacked and murdered Renee Good. And we saw that Border Patrol felt comfortable coming into Portland, Oregon, acting as rogue law enforcement and shooting 2 people on our streets. I do not accept a country where people are denied their due process, where law enforcement, whether at the local level with police or at the federal level with Border Patrol, feel like they can come in and kill someone or shoot at them without giving them their due process. And I don't care what that person's background is or what they've done. These issues are always interconnected. What the United States is doing intervening abroad in Venezuela, what the United States is doing here to our people at home, what the United States has done in Palestine, all of this is connected, because every time we spend more money to fund wars abroad, every time we do that, there is less money for our roads, our bridges, our education, our health care, and our people are struggling and they deserve to be taken care of. I will not relinquish a future where all of those things are true for our people here. I do not relinquish a future where people in Gaza can't live. I do not relinquish a future where people like Renee Good can't exercise their civil liberties. And I do not accept a future where immigrants are treated like second-class citizens.
You're right!
It is going to take all of us with every tool that we have addressing this problem. It is going to take your elected officials at the bureaucratic level passing policies. It's going to take people organizing in their neighborhoods and making sure that there are emergency watches done and that people are taken to safe houses. It is going to take people organizing within the system, outside of the system, and with discipline and in conjunction. The bureaucracy is not built to withstand this. These systems are meant to uphold white supremacy. So when I tell you that as your elected official, I'm going to do every single thing I can to hold the line within local government, I also need you to understand that we must all play a part. And I know that every single person here is prepared to do that. I know that people here love their neighbors, and I am grateful that you are out here fighting for my community. Because the more I come out here, the more I recognize the faces of the people who are constantly showing up to ICE Watch trainings, who are constantly showing up to protests, who are constantly showing up to City Council to testify. And you guys don't know how much that means to me. So thank you for standing in solidarity. I will continue to stand in solidarity with you until ICE is out of this country.
Boots on the ground, no bombs in the air!
have come to understand that the United States military is the world's greatest threat. It is the greatest threat to justice and democracy everywhere. It is the greatest threat to the planet. And veterans of U.S. wars understand the reality of war. So please welcome Tyler.
My name is Tyler. I'm a veteran. I was in the Navy for 5 years. It is clear now that Renee Good was killed in an act of anger. For those who don't know, while complying with the wishes of ICE, her last words were, "I'm not mad at you." Her murderer's last words to her were calling her a fucking bitch. She was executed by the state for making someone feel small, and after her death, she was called a domestic terrorist.
Shame.
In the military, when someone uses undue lethal force because they panic or are angry, when they're out of control, do you know what we call them? We call them murderers! We call them war criminals! We throw them in the brig, we court-martial them, we send them to prison for decades or life so they never again see the light of day. Yet this administration sanctions this killing. They sanction it. It is terrorism now if you do not comply. If you talk back, if you're scared and don't do something fast enough, then ICE believes they have full right to shoot you in the face, and the American government will call you a terrorist. As we know already here in Portland, this will not end with Renee Good. Because to the billionaires and the politicians, we are not human beings. We are chattel to be made to comply, to be taxed for foreign wars, and if not, to be slaughtered like farm animals. But this does not stop with simply the Republicans. Look at the coward Tim Walz, escalating the situation by choosing to bring in the National Guard rather than condemning and expelling ICE from Minnesota. He has chosen not to run again, and to that I say good. Good! That's right! Let someone else who is actually competent and willing to represent the American people step into that position. Someone who is not a Republican or a Democrat. Why is it that we have doddering old millionaires representing us? Cowards like Tim Walz, or the senile inside traitor like Nancy Pelosi, or the ailing rapist Donald Trump. This is a class of individuals who defend and cavort with pedophiles. They view people, not only the populations in America, but also abroad, as in Venezuela or Iran, as resources to be owned. They view people as things to be used up. This is a class of people who defend murderers. This is authoritarianism. They see the people of this world, you and I, as faces to be stepped on by a military-style boot over and over and over, forever if they have it their way. This is fascism, naked and clear. Colonialism turned inward. Compare yourselves to those abroad. The U.S. uses sanctions to starve and impoverish Venezuela and Iran's people, and Trump uses SNAP benefits as a bargaining chip here at home, starving American and foreign families alike. We have vastly more in common with the populations of the world than we do the billionaires and the politicians.
Please reverse your car and turn around. There's not another option right now.
Just out of curiosity, are you guys police? No?
Can I please do this right now?
Oh, I was just wondering.
So they can turn. Yep, thank you. We need to be on this.
So not police, but ordering and commanding people to do certain things. They literally said, you need to make a fucking U-turn right now. Not police, of course, obviously, but giving commands to traffic nonetheless. Video's upside down, is that true? Is the video upside down, guys? Okay. Yeah, man.
Make things as difficult as possible for this administration to turn the military's guns on your friends and your family. This is fascist barbarism, and it should be stamped out, expelled, shouted down, spat upon, and derided in every way we possibly can. Abolish ICE!
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 Thank you.
Is originally from Somalia. She is currently a commissioner on the Washington County Board. Please welcome Nafisa Fai. Thank you, Julie. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning!
Thank you for being here. I'm Nafisa Fai. I'm a Washington County Commissioner representing District 1. That is Beaverton, Aloha, Cooper Mountain, Raleigh Hill. Shout out if you have and the neighbors of the Whitford area.
Yeah. I know I didn't want to go to that one.
I also will be remiss if I didn't mention this. I'm running to be the next Washington County Chair. Today I stand before you as a mother of 3 young boys, a former American Red Cross and a public health professional, small business owner, and a neighbor and a resident of Washington County, community and elected leader, and as a person who came to our country with nothing but hope and determination, and to believe that if I worked hard and cared for others, America would be a country of welcome, generosity, and opportunity. Most of you know that I am an American, Somali American. I immigrated to the U.S. when I was about 17 years old. Shout out to Franklin High School, which is where I graduated. After living in a refugee camp for about 5 years in Kenya, it took my family and I to about 6 years to finally make our way to America and rebuild our lives, our permanent home here, Oregon.
Welcome!
Thank you. I heard welcome. Thank you. Thank you. During a very long journey to safety, we crossed multiple borders of different countries, even when the border crossing was considered illegal by some of those countries. Many times, it was the generosity of strangers who helped us cross these borders. safely. This is why I am so firm in my belief that no human being is illegal. What I know is that if you have to get to the sky to get to safety, you will get there, and no border will stop you. Democracy and political instability are not abstract concepts to me. From my experience in Somalia, I know that when a country has a political instability, when the country's democracy is undermined, there are very real consequences for everyday people. Children go hungry, families are separated, homes are lost, and too many loved ones and neighbors don't make it to safety, just like Renee did last week. The hate and cruelty and lawlessness of the current White House has been staggering. They've sent ICE goons in mass with no identification to physically and murder us. Shame! They started with kidnapping our neighbors, oftentimes simply based on their color of their skin. The president and his cronies are spewing hate and disinformation against entire communities of people. Right after the election, with one hateful executive order after another, they went after immigrants, refugees, trans people, people of color, and other historically marginalized communities protected by our civil rights laws. That's right. Recently, this is going to sound a little bit biased, but recently they've gone after the Afghan people and now the Somali people. I said this when that happened. Who among us will be next? Now it's us civilians who are being murdered in our own streets. That's right. Shame! That is a declaration of war on us. Yes, it is. There is a clear pattern to the hate of the current federal administration. They're going after communities they perceive are being vulnerable. That is what bullies do. Yes, it is. They build power by bullying vulnerable people and communities, and their goal is to build fear in the rest of us. We say no. No! We refuse to be bullied. We refuse to be bullied. Be quiet. Do not stand with our neighbors who are being bullied by the White House and their ICE goons in our streets. I refuse because morally it is wrong not to speak up. When the Trump administration is engaged in hate, cruelty, and lawlessness, we must also refuse because it is a losing strategy. Yes, it is. They never stop on their own. They just get worse and demand more when we give in to them. The truth with bullies is that they stop when we stop them. They stop them. We can stop ICE. Yes! See, Steve, yes. Yeah. I know what it is to be hungry, to be unsheltered, to be unsafe because of authoritarian strong men. So with every fiber of my being and with you, we will fight to defend our country and our democracy. Right now we are in unprecedented times in America. Our country, our democracy are under direct attack, and our own people, us, our country, and we can no longer rely on our institutions and our norms alone to save us. Hear me, we need to wake up. We cannot rely on our institutions and our norms alone to save us. It will require all of us.
Thank you,
Community leader and everyday people to save our democracy and our country. We all have a role here. Everyone has a role here. So thank you for your courage and for your solidarity, for standing with our immigrant and refugee communities and everyone that is being harmed by ICE and their lawlessness.
Yes!
And let's get ICE out of our community.
Yes! Out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out!
Portland, under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Oregon, under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Chicago, under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Minneapolis, under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
USA, under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Thank you.
My name is Olivia. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And this week, we, the working class, woke up angry. Angry at the illegal kidnapping of the sitting president. Angry at the prospect of another war for oil. Angry at the brutal murder of a woman by ICE in Minneapolis. Renee Nicole Good, shot down in cold blood.
Shame!
Portland community members shot in their car.
Shame!
Venezuelan people under attack.
Shame!
Their democratically elected leader kidnapped at gunpoint.
Shame!
These tragedies, separated by thousands of miles, may seem unrelated or distant, but in reality they are deeply connected. That's right. Connected by the concerted attacks on the working class of both nations. Connected by the lies told to us by the ruling class and the politicians. Connected because these acts of aggression and interference in Latin America drive the very immigration that Trump tries so desperately to demonize. That's right. In Venezuela, the Trump regime bombed civilian areas and massacred dozens.
Shame!
We join the majority of the people in this country in rejecting Trump's war drive. And we demand an end to all U.S. aggression in the region.
Yes!
No more bombs, no more blockades, no more boat strikes, and no more murderous sanctions. The kidnapping of President Maduro is blatantly illegal. The drug claims are outlandish lies, a cheap imitation of Bush's claims of WMDs in Iraq. The real reason for the war is the U.S. drive for dominance over the Western Hemisphere and complete control of the resources found within. Is Venezuela not entitled to its own sovereignty?
Of course it is!
Venezuela is an independent nation who dares to use their own resources to make the lives of working people in their country better. Instead of enriching the lives of shareholders of Exxon or Lockheed Martin. The ruling class wants complete control over Latin America and the Caribbean. To stop nations from trading with China and to keep their puppet leaders in charge. Meanwhile, here at home, we witness yet another heinous act of ICE terror unfold in our own city. Yesterday, 2 people were shot by Border Patrol here in Portland through the window of their car.
Shame!
In our city!
Shame!
And in the media, we've seen the same justification for violence in Venezuela being used to justify the attempted murder of these 2 individuals.
Shame!
This comes only a day following the death of a legal observer in Minnesota murdered in cold blood by an ICE agent.
Shame!
Justice for Renee Nicole Good.
Justice!
Video evidence proves that this was a murder, and any claim of self-defense is an outrageous lie. And so far, the Democratic leadership have wagged their fingers and complained about federal non-cooperation with state law enforcement. But the state of Minnesota does not need federal cooperation to investigate and indict the killer ICE agent Jonathan Ross. There is no complicated investigation needed. It was all captured on video.
That's right.
We should all remember that Derek Chauvin, the killer cop who murdered George Floyd, was not immediately arrested either. This only happened after masses of people took to the streets and took action to demand it. Not just in Minneapolis, but across the country. Renee's murder is emblematic of the violence unleashed by ICE on our communities every single day. Last September, ICE agents shot and killed Silvero Villegas Gonzalez in Chicago. ICE chased Jaime Alanis, a Ventura County farmer worker, off a building where he fell to his death. No one has been convicted for these murders. Of the victims have been given no peace, and neither Republicans nor Democrats have called for the punishment of the perpetrators. In fact, together they signed the budget that wrote ICE a blank check. Murders and shootings like these are inevitable as long as federal forces continue to terrorize our streets.
Shame!
In both cases, the illegal kidnapping of Maduro and the brutal murder of Renee Nicole Good, the working masses took to the streets in protest. On Saturday, mere hours after the news of the aggression in Venezuela broke, demonstrations took place in over 100 different cities. Vigils and rallies were held all over the country in honor of our fellow worker, guns down by ICE. In Portland, demonstrations were organized within hours of the news of our neighbors being shot. It can seem like Trump and the billionaire class are invincible. They run the government. They have unimaginable wealth. But the reality is that people have the power. All of the labor. If we act together, the warehouses, the offices, the stores, the factories, and the farms cannot function. If we don't work, if we don't shop, we disrupt the status quo in a way completely impossible for the rich and powerful to ignore. Now, the power of the People's General Strike. This can only succeed with broad unity and determination. If we are able to make a general strike in America a reality, this country can go in a completely different direction. Rather than just trying to hold on to what little we have left, we can enter an era where our rights are dramatically expanded. We can win a society where the rights of all people are respected and the essentials of a dignified life, healthcare, housing, education, a job, safety are guaranteed. We can only win if we stand together in massive numbers. The Democrats want us to hang all our hopes on the 2026 midterm election. But our message is simple. Can we wait until November? No! Can we wait until November? No! Shut it down! We demand the immediate release of President Nicolas Maduro. We demand that our First Amendment right to protest ICE brutality be respected. We demand the immediate arrest of Jonathan Ross. And end the ICE terror in our streets once and for all. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No ICE or police. No justice, no police.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, who's Tammy Carpenter. Tammy is a physician who is a member of the Beaverton School Board with a stellar record of getting stuff done, and she is currently running for state rep in House District 27. Here's Tammy.
I am a physician, a mom. I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. I do serve on the Beaverton School Board, running for House District 27, but I'm not here today as an elected official or even as a physician or a mom. I am here today as a member of the resistance. Yeah. How many of you have a whistle with you today? Raise your hand. Yes, look at all the whistles out there. Thank you. Yes. So in this moment, I think the whistle is the biggest symbol of the resistance and the latest fashion accessory everyone needs to wear. And I know so many of you right now are on the front lines protecting our community, like Renee Nicole Good did, using her privilege to stand up and protect her neighbors, protect our neighbors. I also know many of you are delivering food to families that don't feel safe leaving their homes, and many of you are showing up to help them pay rent and help them stay in place and stay safe. So I really, really appreciate everyone doing all of your part. It is about community support and mutual aid right now. No one else is protecting us. We have. Who keeps us safe? We do. Who keeps us safe? We do. And I know this has been said, but ICE isn't old enough to rent a car. The chalupa is older than ICE. In the wake of 9/11, we created ICE and we implemented domestic surveillance. We brought home military equipment that we turned on civilians. We exploded our police budgeting. Did you know that many U.S. police departments go to Israel to receive training on how to quiet civilian dissent? And when I say quiet dissent, I mean, for example, shutting down resistance to ICE. The U.S. goes to Israel for training because they have become the world's leading expert in quieting domestic dissent. To see it on Palestinians. Just as the apartheid government of South Africa was the leading expert decades ago. So we cannot be shocked that the tactics used in Palestine are being used here. This was all predetermined when we started the war on terror. However, people that look like me were never supposed to be the target. So many of us were okay with it. And what is happening right now with ICE is the full expression of what was started after 9/11. This was always where we were going to end up. Muslim people, black and brown people have known this from the beginning. Known that it was going to be turned on all of us eventually. Knew what it was immediately as they began to see their Muslim brothers and sisters targeted. And because this was not their first rodeo. So when we say abolish ICE, we also mean end domestic surveillance. Yes! We also mean end the militarization of our police. Yes! We also mean an end to our military adventures abroad. Yes! We also mean end our support for the genocide against the people of Palestine. Yes! Yes, we need to stand up to Trump and his Republican enablers. But we also need to stand up to Democrats who have been enabling this military. That have been voting to expand ICE. Yes! Voting to expand the military. Yes! Voting to expand our police forces. Take them out! And as a reminder, like many of the other speakers have said, voting is only a tiny part of the resistance. We all know that now, right? Yes! Okay, great. We need to be showing up and keeping our elected leaders on the right track to do the right thing. We need to be at their council meetings. We need to be at their committee meetings. We need to be at the school board meetings. We need to be demanding that our elected leaders protect all of us and work to dismantle this military state and end the reign of these jackbooted terrorist thugs. Yes, we do! Free Palestine.
We gotta fight back! Racism means we gotta fight back! ICE raids mean we gotta fight back! Deportations mean we gotta fight back! Endless war means we gotta fight back! Imperialism means we gotta fight back! ICE murders mean we gotta fight back! ICE murders mean we gotta fight back!
I'm very grateful to be in community with you all. I'm Selena. I'm a Jew. I'm a proud member of Jewish Voice for Peace. And in a few weeks, I will become a mom. I can tell you there is a shrill cognitive dissonance that comes with preparing to bring new life into this world while our federal government destroys Gaza.
Oh no.
That comes with preparing to bring new life into this world while our federal government destroys Gaza, kidnaps world leaders, disappears families, murders American citizens, and shoots our community members in broad daylight. It's grotesque, it's terrifying, but none of it is surprising. Immigration officers have been connected to 16 shootings since Trump took office. In 2025, 32 people died in ICE custody. As Tammy was just saying, since 9/11, ICE and U.S. federal agents have done exchange programs with Israeli security forces to hone suppression tactics. Tactics originally developed and deployed against Palestinians now being weaponized against our neighbors. Our government targets student protesters and social justice movements as an excuse to ramp up surveillance and censorship against vulnerable communities everywhere. For those of us whose ancestors survived pogroms or holocausts or apartheids, the playbook is obvious. There is nothing unprecedented about right-wing state-sanctioned violence. There is nothing unexpected about an imperialist colonial nation going after every oil-rich country it can. The murder of Jews in Nazi Germany, chattel slavery in America, the Gaza genocide, the abduction of President Maduro, all were committed with a disgusting veneer of legality, with the expectation that we will be silent.
We will not!
And whenever the United States invades another nation, or props up a foreign dictator, or funds an ethnic cleansing, we know our government will use these endless wars to further justify fascism at home. The atrocities of the last week have made it abundantly clear that what the American government does to Palestine, America can do to you. What America does to Venezuela, America can do to you. What America does to immigrants, America can do to you. How dare the Trump administration speak of safety and democracy? How dare the U.S. categorize humans as illegal while breaking international law and violating basic human rights? How dare they claim anti-Semitism while politically aligning with literal Nazis and white supremacists?
How dare they!
My safety as a woman, as an American, as a Jew, has never and will never come at the cost of another's humanity. That is not safety, that is supremacy. At JVP, we stand with Venezuelans, Palestinians, all refugees, immigrants, and displaced people because we know that safety and liberation will be built collectively or not at all. In Judaism, we often say that every soul is a universe. There are a lot of souls here today. We need every single one of you to put the full force of your universe into action today. Join an organization. Support the Progressive Caucus and City Council. Sign up for Negro Watch trainings. Tell the Oregon Treasury to stop investing your money in Israeli military contractors and all corporations tied to ICE, surveillance tech, and the military-industrial petroleum complex. Free Palestine, abolish ICE, no blood for oil. None of us are free until all of us are free.
We're going to have one more speaker
speaker, and that's going to be followed by a moment of silence. Okay, our last speaker is originally from Somalia. He has experience in diversity, equity, and inclusion. He's a community engagement activist. Please welcome Ismail Warsami.
Hello, Portland. Thank you very much. 25 years ago, my family and I migrated to the United States. And we were resettled in Portland, but not this one. Portland, Maine. Many people are from Portland, Maine. Nobody? Well, I love Portland, and I love both Portlands. Your solidarity with my community and all the communities that are marginalized means a lot to me. Some 25 years ago, a racist mayor of Lewiston, Maine told my community, go back, you're not welcome. People of Maine stood with us and rallied with us. And we overcame, and we shall overcome this time around. Renee Good died for justice. Renee Good died for justice, and she shouldn't have to. No. We can keep her legacy by standing up for the justice she stood up for. Yes. In the words of MLK, injustice anywhere, injustice everywhere. We have to understand that when our brothers and sisters from around the world are being targeted, when people in Venezuela are being prosecuted, when people in Gaza are being prosecuted, when people in Sudan, anywhere in the world, our military is invading all around the world. One thing that all people who come here as refugees have in common, because American boots were on their ground. Before we came here, American military was there. The only reason I'm here is because American taxpayers were funding dictators in my country. The reason we are seeing refugees is because Afghanistan, Korea, it doesn't matter. You pick a country in the world, and if people coming from that country, it's because of our foreign policy. That's stop. Because it doesn't stop with one person. It doesn't stop in a border. All of these borders are artificial. All humans are legal in the world. Especially in a stolen land. This land is a land that was robbed. Our people, all kinds of people from around the world came here only because of American foreign policy. I want to tell you one story. When my community was under attack, people came with us and we formed what we called Somali Narrative Project. It was started by 4 white women. And guess what? Within 6 years, because of all the people that stood out together, Lewiston, Maine went from being a city where it was the entire city council, the mayor, everybody was telling people to go back, to becoming all America city for the engagement, community engagement, for civic engagement, for welcoming place. Because of what? Because of people like you fought back. And I tell you something, Donald Trump called my community garbage. But this is not the first time he did this. No. He is the garbage. My community in Portland, Maine, he stood up in the same auditorium that I graduated 20 years ago, Merrill Auditorium, and he told people of Maine should not welcome Somalis, and that was 2016. They did not listen. Right now, the city of Lewiston is 30% Somali American origin. And Portland, Oregon is going to reject that. And
yes, we are.
Is going to reject that. And Houston, Texas is going to reject that.
Yes, it is.
We'll reject that. Yes. And together we're going to stand up for Renee Good's legacy. Yes. Let's make sure that she is not forgotten. Yes. Because together we're strong. Yes! Stop us.
That's right.
I am raising now 2 beautiful American children.
Yes! Yes!
Whose great-grandfather served in Vietnam. They tell us to integrate. We do integrate. We learn English. We work. Some of the titles I had, I was a dishwasher. I was a valet parker. I was a risk manager. I was a crisis manager. I was an advisor. I was a volunteer. I did all of those things. I'm a member of Democratic Socialists of America. I am here because you are here. Yes. We are all here. I am because you are. That's Ubuntu. That's an African concept. Yes. We are all together. When one of us, I'm a Muslim American. In Islam, there is a saying that if you kill one human soul, it's as if you killed entire humanity. Yeah. And if you save one human life, it's as if you saved the entire humanity. Yes. When Renee was killed in cold blood, in broad daylight, part of me died. But part of me also lives for her. For her legacy. Yes. All of you are here to keep that legacy. Yeah. And I'm so proud of you. The veterans, everybody, all the community members here, every single person, the mothers, the fathers, all of you, I appreciate you. We're strong together and we're not going anywhere, and we shall overcome. Thank you very much.
All right, hey everybody. My name is Luisa and I'm from DSA. Woo! How many people here with DSA? Excellent. Okay, so I was originally gonna come out here dancing to that Maduro saying no war, yes peace. Yeah. I'm playing out, but just imagine me doing that dance. I really worked on that, so I wanted you guys to see that. Oh, Luisa. But it's a great song. So, we are here because of 2 things. Number 1, we hate ICE. Yes! And number 2, we don't want war against Venezuela. Yes! So, sadly, these things are connected, right? 2 immigrants who were brutally shot by ICE, David Luis Nino Moncada, and Yorlenis Elizabeth Zambrano Contreras, and I know she's from Venezuela because that's their names. The allegation is that they have ties to El Tren de Aragua. Okay? Shame. Shame! I wish I could convey to you guys how laughable that shit is. Okay? The Portland, Oregon is not a hotspot for El Tren de Aragua. Nope. Okay, let me assure you. Not here. They do not care about Portland, Oregon. This is not integral to their operation, okay, as an international criminal organization. Okay? That's like saying basically if the Yakuza had ties to Disneyland. Okay, and that's not even accurate because as far as I can tell, Yakuza's still around, okay? Oh, and you'll never guess. So this is immediately what happened is the federal government accused them of being Tren de Aragua members. You'll never guess what color these immigrants are. Never ever guess. Yeah. Absolutely they are brown. And so ICE is taking every note from the police to allege basically that any brown person they shoot is part of a criminal gang. Yay! Yay!
That someone can eat, pray, and live with their family as if nothing has happened, while for money they take the life of another human being. Shame! Shame! Faith and humanity should not allow anyone to live this way. Today we say it clearly, ICE has killed, and whoever kills is a criminal, a murderer, that agent must face justice.
jump in here.
What is happening is not a search for criminals. It is discrimination, racial profiling, and systematic violence against immigrant and working class communities. Ensuring this ICE agent, his name is Jonathan Ross. Say, Jonathan Ross, go to hell! Jonathan Ross, go to hell! Jonathan Ross, go to hell! Jonathan Ross, go to hell!
Is that the agent, Jonathan Ross? Spanish? Okay. That apologize for saying sitting away. It means yes, we can.
Minneapolis, I am incredibly angry as you all are. We have been visited by state-sanctioned violence that is currently occupying our neighborhoods. This is not okay. This is
went door to door for her because I believed in her message, and she has done nothing but deliver on those promises. I am very, very proud to be able to introduce the wonderful, the amazing Ilhan Omar.
Say her name.
Renee Nicole Good.
Say her name.
Renee Nicole Good.
Say her name.
Renee Nicole Good.
Minneapolis, I am incredibly angry as you all are. We have been visited by state-sanctioned violence that is currently occupying, terrorizing our neighborhoods. This is not okay. This is not the America we want to live in. And this is not the life we want for ourselves and for our neighbors. But in this state-sanctioned violence where they murdered a neighbor of ours in broad daylight, you all have refused to be afraid. You all have refused to back down. You all have decided that this resistance is not one that can be intimidated. We are showing the nation that regardless of what the tyrant in the White House believes, we know that we are here to stay, and this is our country. We are going to make a life here, and we are going to stand up for our neighbors here in Minneapolis. immigrants here in Minnesota. When they couldn't find any because majority of us are legal residents and citizens, they decided to terrorize our Latino immigrants. They decided to pull up anybody that did not look white because they thought they could be a criminal or they could be undocumented. And we have responded with bravery. We have responded with bravery. We have responded with our neighbors showing up and saying, "Not on my watch." As they lose their minds trying to intimidate us, I see every single day neighbors trailing these violent people who are trying to intimidate us under the guise of law enforcement and saying, "No matter what you do to me, you can arrest me or not, I am going to document your illegal actions." Because if there is no accountability today, there will be accountability tomorrow. If you think Trump is going to protect you today, he ain't going to protect you tomorrow. Our brothers and siblings that you are picking up, you are going to have to speak for your unspeakable crimes. They might have the House majority, they might have the Senate majority, they might have the House, the presidency today. But we live in a democracy. We are going to show all of them the door out. And we are going to make sure that these people pay for what they have done to us. I am going to leave you with this. I love this community. This community raised me as an immigrant. This community also sent me to Washington, D.C. as a refugee to represent you. I carry that proudly. I am not somebody people describe about the challenges you all are experiencing. I'm someone who has lived it. And what I'll tell you is this. What we are going through today is going to create a different kind of community for us. We are going to forge a different path forward. We are going to use every single lesson we are learning today to make sure no community gets terrorized like we are being terrorized by Trump and his coonies ever again. We are committed to this resistance. We are committed in building a community. We are committed in confronting our nation as a country of immigrants and making sure that dream stays alive. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. We all love you. Everybody said people were not going to be out in the streets in Minnesota because it is too cold. Yes, it is too cold, but our hearts are warm enough to keep us in these streets to resist for our neighbors. Thank you.
Yes, we can. Sí se puede. Can we live in a world without ICE? Sí se puede. Sí se puede. In a country where we lead with love and not fear. Sí se puede. Can we get ICE off the street? Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí
Well, not that long.
This one's for ICE, Caleb. The one I was at earlier in Providence was Venezuela.
We need to do it for those two people. I do not know their names that were shot by ICE.
Oh my gosh.
There are people that are being taken from their families. There are people that are being taken and brought around the world. We don't know where they are. There's no list, right? None of this stuff exists.
We're in Cranston. Right on the Providence line near Seven Stars Bakery.
If our elected senators and congresspeople at the federal level are not going to do it, then we need to do it for ourselves.
Thank you.
It's not to have people knocking on their door, asking for their papers. That matters. We should be out here for our neighbors who are being dehumanized. But if we can't get there, at least be out here for selfish reasons. Be out here because mass deportation is going to shrink the economy by 5 to 6%. Be out here because it's not going to solve any of our problems. Not one problem that you have is caused by an undocumented neighbor. Not one goddamn problem.
That are acting with impunity per the vice president, executing people who dissent. Protest has now become a deadly activity because of the federal government. Shouldn't be that way. Shouldn't have to be. You shouldn't have to put on Kevlar to exercise your First Amendment rights. It wouldn't happen in her case. I mean, 3 rounds to the head, Kevlar is not going to help you. So, but the bald-faced lies, the 1984 mentality, don't believe your eyes and ears, believe us. With incontrovertible video evidence is extremely worrisome. Should be worrisome to everyone.
Can I ask a favor? Will you take this is a group of 4 women that I love? Would you take a picture of the 4 of us together? I'll hold you.
She's in the middle of filming something.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Are you filming? Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
How did you know that?
Because she's holding
up
her phone.
I'm
live.
I thought you were just getting ready.
Oh, no.
You look like you knew what to do with the camera.
And it's restraint because they keep poking the bear and they don't know how to handle us when we're peaceful. And that's our most powerful tactic right now, is they just don't know how to handle peaceful people. So they're trying their best to turn us non.
And today, I don't know when I'm writing this, for me it's get out of the way. That's the goal, right? So, yeah.
We want to be good neighbors. We're out here for everybody. Even if you're mega, you just don't know it yet. But they're coming for you too. It's just a matter of when. Some people have already found out the whole FAFO thing, right? There's people that voted and are like, I didn't vote for that. Yeah, you did. And guess what? Today, they shot a white female LGBTQ mom in Minneapolis. If they can shoot her, they can shoot any one of us. We are all Renee Good. Even the MAGA people that haven't realized it yet. We're out here protesting for their rights too. They just have no idea how at risk their rights are.
So many things happen every day. But it's
Can I grab your number? Yeah.
It's like
307 690.
Yeah, I didn't make this sign.
I'm very pleasantly surprised at the short notice.
Charges against him. But the last I heard is the feds were leaving it all up to the FBI. You know where that should get back in? Absolutely. It's fine.
Yeah, so do we just own a destiny? We just keep it Where do we? There's so much. The guys that, the
heard we were getting paid for this. Where did we get our checks? We got paid in free coffee. Yeah, that's it there.
I'm surprised nobody has a sign that says like
right there.
Something about.
First Lady 711 just followed.
The street that we are on, the people that we are here fighting for, they live on these streets. So I'm going to talk to them real quick so that they can see how much our community loves them. I'm going to say a little bit in Spanish, so some of you understand, but some of you might not understand. Pero, mi gente latina que sí me entender, let me hear you. Amigos, amigas, vecinos, aquí en la comunidad de Minneapolis. Aquí estamos por ustedes. Cuando no se sientan bien, cuando sientan que no pueden salir de sus hogares, cuando no se sientan protegidos, acuérdense lo que vieron hoy. Todas estas personas están aquí por ustedes. Estamos luchando por ustedes. Nunca se olviden de eso. En sus momentos más feos, nunca se olviden que aquí la comunidad los amamos. Amamos a los inmigrantes. Estamos aquí por ustedes. Cada uno de nosotros, miren lo que venimos a hacer por ustedes, porque los amamos, porque creemos en ustedes, porque creemos en la comunidad. I'm going to say something so that they can understand. Nosotros somos familia. I want everybody to repeat after me. Somos familia. Somos familia. Somos familia. Somos familia. Somos familia. Say it louder so they can hear you in their houses. Somos familia. Come on. Somos familia. Somos familia. That's right. We're going to be out here fighting for them. We are here because this fight is our fight. It is their fight. We fight for injustice. And we will not back down. We will not back down. I'm going to say, aquí estamos. And you guys are going to say, y no nos vamos. You ready? Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. I'm going to say, y si nos echan, and you guys are going to say, no regresamos. Y si nos echan. Y si nos echan. Y si nos echan. Y si nos echan. Damn right, we're going to be right here. We're not going anywhere. Repeat after me. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. I don't know how to say Donald Trump in like a grosser way. I'm trying to figure it out. Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. We stand with immigrants. We stand with immigrants. Not Donald Trump or J.D. Vance.